Good morning. I am glad that we can keep the learning in the distance. We're going to work today one more time with order of operations. So it's a little bit more practice. I wrote here PEMDAS. So we remember the order. We do parentheses, then exponents, multiplication and division, whatever comes first, from left to right, and then addition and subtraction is the last thing, from left to right, whatever comes first. In your worksheet, number 7, it looks like this, and let's do it. No parentheses, so let's do the exponent here. So I'm going to copy everything else. 72 divided 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. 3 times the 2. And that is an 8. I should write it here. 2 to the third is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. 8 plus 5, and then I'm going to put my line, and here is a 8 minus 2 times 5. Next operation, we already did exponents, multiplication and division. So let me do the division here on top. So 72 divided by 8, that is a 9, right? 9 plus 5. Put the line. And there's a multiplication on the bottom, so I can do the multiplication. So that will be 8 minus 2 times 5. The period here means multiplication. So that is a 5. 2 times 5 is 10. And now I can do this. Addition and subtraction, the last things that we do. 9 plus 5, that is 14. And 8 minus 10, that's a negative 2. This is a fraction, which is also division. All fractions are division. 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. There you have your answer. Now let's do number 8. We do have parentheses here, so let's do the parentheses first. Inside the parenthesis says 17 minus 11, and that is 6, right? So let me put the 6 here. Copy the exponent to the second power and copy everything else. 3 to the fourth power over 22 divided by 2 minus 20. Now I can do the exponents, the second part. 6 to the second power means that the 6 is going to be multiplied 2 times. 6 times 6, and that is 36, minus 3 to the fourth power means that the base is going to be multiplied 4 times. If you multiply 4 times 3, that will be 81. And this goes over. Don't forget to keep the whole fraction, right? It has that line, so we keep it. This goes under 22 divided by 2 minus 20. Okay, so we can do the division now over here. Let me copy here because I see that we are not going to have much space. 36 minus 81 over 22 divided by 2, that's 11 minus 20. Now that we are left with this, we can do the subtraction. There is no addition, so we can do the subtraction. 36 minus 81, that is, let's move it over here. The answer, that will be negative 45 divided by 11 minus 20, and that is negative 9. We again have a fraction, and a fraction is a division. And this we can do divide. 45 divided by 9, and that is 5. This is equal to 5. Now look at the symbols. There are two negatives here. It means that the answer is positive. Whenever we multiply equal signs, the answer is positive. Your calculator will give you the symbol. So if you put negative 45 divided by negative 9, it will give you a positive 5. Number 9 looks like this. I see a parenthesis here, so we can work on that. So this should be equal to 8 to the third power minus 4 times 5 to the third power over 4. In this parenthesis, there is a multiplication and a subtraction. So I do the multiplication first. So I keep the order. 4 minus 4 times 15 is 60, right? And this goes divided by 7. Now I can work with the parentheses. Let me copy everything up here. 8 to the third power minus 4 times 5 to the third power over 4 minus 60, that is negative 56 divided by 7. According to our PEMDAS, the next thing that we do is the exponents. So let's do the 8 to the third power. That is 512. Do it in your calculator. And then minus 4 times, and the 5 also has an exponent. So let me write here the 8 to the third power is equal to 8 times 8 times 8. And the 5 to the third power is equal to multiplying 5 3 times by itself. So 5 to the third power is 125. You can use the exponent function to find out that. Let me put a line here. Don't forget the line over negative 56 divided by 7. Okay, next thing, let's do multiplication. There is multiplication and division on the bottom. So let me copy everything else. The 512 minus, now I do the multiplication. 4 times 125, that's 600, right? Let me see, 125 4 times. No, that's 500. My bad. Okay, so we had the 500 there, and then that this goes over minus 56, but negative 56 on the calculator divided by 7, and that is negative 8. Now I only have subtraction on the top. So 512 minus 500, I only left with 12, right? 12 over negative 8. Notice that you have a fraction here, but this fraction you cannot divide 12 by 8. I mean, you could, but it's a decimal. So instead of a decimal, we can simplify them. And you can simplify, let me write it in red. How about we divide? The simplest way is to divide both by 2, because I noticed that both are even numbers. So half of 12 is, let me write it over here, 12 over negative 8. If I divide this by 2, the top will be 12 divided by 2 is 6. The bottom, negative 8 divided by 2 is 4. Since the fraction has a negative number, I can make the whole fraction negative. Maybe that's bad. I can put the negative here. Now 6 and 4 are also even numbers, so I can still divide this by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. The fraction is negative, remember? So this is our answer, the fraction. Now you work on the last 3 problems, and I hope that you have fun and have a good day.